En Rimini. En Chévere. Rimini! Enoki! Legs! Miren esta belleza, estamos en Tehachapi, California, al lado de un lago. Vamos a mostrarlo. Aquí podemos ver las normas del lago en cuanto a poner botes ahí. Esta es la rampa para botes, no se permite nadar. Aquí podemos ver un lugarcito para tirar la basura. Este es el lugar número 29. Del lago Brite Lake. Todos los lugares tienen número. En nuestro campamento tenemos un aro para poder poner madera y hacer una fogata. También tenemos una parrilla. Vamos a hacer una carnita asada bien rica. Y una mesita donde nos podemos sentar a disfrutar de la belleza de este lago. Y aquí tenemos nuestra invitada especial, Nala. Aquí tenemos una espiga de agua. Aquí le ponen mi confort para que las abejas no se metan ahí. Buena idea. Aquí en el lugar donde ponemos la basura cuando terminamos de cocinar o algo así. Okay, getting ready for our dinner.
Okay, so today's dinner for Christmas Day is going to be a couple of roasted chickens. You can see them over here. They're nice and small. They're like a 2.5 pound chicken. And I know it seems like a lot, but they actually end up being pretty small. Andres was able to eat a whole one last time I made them. Yet, if there's leftovers, I figured they would make a good chicken salad for sandwiches. And I'm going to make a compound butter. So I'm going to make a compound butter, and if you don't know what that is, it is basically where you mix butter with herbs and aromatics. And then I'm going to use it to put it underneath the chicken skin all the way around. So that way when it cooks, it imparts all those flavors onto the meat. And also makes it really nice and beautifully golden. So I'm starting out with just mincing some garlic. I'm going to mince up the perfect combination for chicken, which is sage, thyme, and rosemary. So all of that is going to go into the compound butter. I'm also putting in lemon zest and orange zest. And I know that in my last video I showed you how to do that, but I'll show you again how I do it. Okay, so for the thyme, you just want to take away the little leaves, but the stems you throw away or compost. You want to go against the way that they naturally grow. So you grab the little tippy tip of it and just pull it back. Same with the rosemary. You don't want that thick, sort of more branch-like in the middle. You just want the little leaves. Okay. So again, you want to finely mince those herbs. And we're going to mix them with the garlic. And the sage, leafy herbs is actually easier if you take off the leaves. It's one of my favorite herbs. I think it's amazing with chicken and pasta. And then you stack the leaves. And that seems like a little tedious, but they turn out really pretty. You stack the leaves and you roll them together really tightly as you can. When you're rolling them, it releases all of the oils in the herb, and then you go down. This is called a chiffonade. And see, you get like these beautiful ribbons out of the leaf. It works with basil, with larger oregano, and that's going to go in. Remember my trick about zesting an orange or lemon, where I use the microplane and I kind of do it backwards so that it's all collected in the microplane. That way somehow I also save my fingers from getting cut too. Remember, you only want the yellow. We're not going to be wasting the orange and the lemon. I'll show you what we're going to be using it for a little bit later. This is going to go inside the cavity of the chickens to keep them nice and plump. And of course, the juices will release from the citrus and impart flavor to the chicken as well. Okay, to that you're going to add fresh ground pepper. This is more up to taste. I like a peppery meat, so a little more for me. And the dress does not seem to mind it. Okay, you're also going to add a handful of kosher salt. Obviously, if you don't have kosher, you can use another type of salt too. That again would be to taste. I'm using about a half a bar of butter. And it's softened butter. And this is where you're going to get your hands dirty, because you want to mix all in. So sometimes the best tool in the kitchen is your hands, and that's what you got to use. This could also be done in a food processor. But of course, we're in La Chata. No food processor here. No space for those kind of tools. So my best tool is my hand, which you're seeing that it's really, really dry because it's cold and dry. So this is what a compound butter is. And if you want to save it, you could roll it up, wrap it up in shrink wrap, put it in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and it will last for months. But since we're going to be using it right away, I'm not going to worry about that for right now. Because we're going to use them on the bottom of the chicken, and the idea is that the onion sort of roasts with the chicken. It'll impart flavor to the chicken, but of course it'll be really yummy just to eat. So, kind of chunky wedges. All right. Now that I got it all, we're going to bring back the chickens. And you want to stick your finger in between the skin and the meat and get it into the drumsticks. There's like a membrane that holds it, but you can pull it apart. Okay. There. And you grab a little bit of your compound butter. Stick it on both sides and kind of massage it into that opening that you created. Bring it into that drumstick. It's in here. That's why you want the butter to be nice and soft. Okay, and obviously don't forget to turn the chicken around because you want to get the thighs and the back. So Andres is a breast kind of a person. He likes eating the breast of the chicken. And I like eating wings and thighs. So at least we never fight about which piece of the chicken we get. Okay. Okay, so now you want to salt the inside of the chicken. Just because what you put on the outside usually does not get all the way there. I'll sprinkle some salt on top. Okay, and you're going to take one of your lemon and one of your orange and stick it inside the cavity. If you even want to, you can stick in a couple of the herbs. Extra flavor. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some of the onions on the bottom. It'll create a bit of a rack, but obviously they'll get nice and cooked as well. And you can stick one or two wedges of the onions inside the chicken as well. Make it nice and aromatic. Okay. Get some pepper. Okay, and now these babies are ready to go in the oven. And I'll go in there. Oh yeah. Okay, so along with the chicken, we're going to be roasting some sweet potatoes. And what I'm going to do so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of the same compound butter I made. It's all the good flavoring. And I'm just going to put a dab of it. Cut the sweet potato in half. You can roast them whole with nothing in the middle, but you know, This will add a little bit more flavor to them. So then just wrap them up, and we'll put them in with the chicken. Okay, and you might be asking why they're different colors. This is actually a sweet potato, a Japanese sweet potato, and this is a yam. And this is what really most people know as a sweet potato, even though it's not a sweet potato. But these are Andres's favorite because they're very sweet. He loves what they call sweet potato fries, even though they're actually yam fries. So we're doing a couple of each. Okay, so now we're gonna put them in our oven. And of course, I always forget that this is La Chata's oven and that it's teeny tiny. So we're gonna try to position that there and then kind of get our potatoes on the edges here. Hopefully there's enough room for all of it. Voila. Okay, can you all hear that? I'm gonna open it up so you can hear what I'm hearing. Listen to that crackle. Now I wish you could smell what we're smelling, but sorry, no smell-o-vision just yet. Okay, so now that our chicken is like 3/4 of the way done, I'm gonna get going on the Brussels sprouts. So as you saw, I got the cast iron skillet really nice and hot. And I'm just gonna coat these with the oil, put in a little bit of olive oil in there. Of course, you wanna do some salt. Pepper. You want to get it as hot as you possibly can because you really want to try to caramelize them. Again, I normally would do them in the oven, but I have no oven room, so cast iron skillet in it. Okay, and so that you get a little bit of steam going and they cook a little faster, did you know you can use a cast iron skillet as a lid, and that way you create condensation. Okay, and if you didn't know this already, I wanted to show you a trick I have. To keep things warm, while everything else gets cooked, I put them on the here while the oven is on, and the vents come out with the heat, and it keeps all my potatoes nice and warm. Quédate, le voy a tapar. Okay, you can see how some of them are getting nice and charred, and they have definitely turned color to like a brighter green. That's when you know when they're starting to cook. Now it's time to add a little bit of garlic powder. Any other seasoning that you like. Some like it spicy with a little cayenne, smoky with a little smoked paprika. It's completely up to you. At the end, I'm going to throw in a little bit of balsamic vinegar and honey. But for now, let's get them cooking for a little bit longer. Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of honey. This is a wild honey we picked up on one of our road trips. You can see like it's got this beautiful sort of lavender color to it. Oh, tastes amazing. solidified. But don't worry, it'll melt. That'll caramelize them even further. Finish them off. A little bit of balsamic. Ooh, did you hear that? Okay. I think dinner is ready. Okay. Turn on the oven. Pull out these babies. I just want you to hear a nice crackle of that. Beautiful. Grandma. Juicy chicken. Okay, so get half a chicken and beautiful Brussels sprouts. Lovely sweet potato. Okay. See, the compound butter in the middle. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay, Cherry, what do you think about the food that you prepare?
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm about to.
Okay, go ahead.
The Brussels sprouts are really good.
Buenos días, un lindo amanecer. Aquí con nuestra visitante. Ella es la visitante que tenemos. Estamos cuidando a esta perrita. Se llama Nala. Nalita.
Want to give us your support? We would love to see you wearing our merch. You can find the link in the description of our Etsy page.
It's the good life on the road as we sing. Come along with us to see all the beauty this world can bring.
If you like this video, please subscribe, hit like, and share. Don't forget to also follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more recent updates of what it is that we're up to. And if you want to watch more of our videos, click to the right.